All right, are we all back for our final segment?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I am starting the timer now. You guys have just opened the door to the hydroponics. And you see all
I
this
want to
stuff.
go in.
Huh? You want to go in? Okay.
I want to go in.
Let's say that the professor insists on walking in there first. So the cameraman wants to stay back and shoot things. The professor is going to go in first. He wants to be the first to experience it. Who is, well, what are you two guys going? Are you going to walk in side by side, or do you want to hang back a bit, single file? What do you think?
Well, how big is the corridor?
Single file.
Okay, I actually don't know. Looks like it's
5 feet.
1.5 times 3, so that would be 4.5 feet, yeah. Okay, well, as soon as the professor's feet touch the vegetation, it disrupts the insects.
Ew!
They go flying up in a cloud. We're talking huge moth-looking things.
Ew.
And they're just everywhere. They're not coming toward you, but they're not flying away either. There's just this big cloud of huge, gigantic moths.
I'm gonna go in. What is going on in there?
I'm gonna take out my.
I'm gonna scream.
Say what, Vlad?
I'm gonna take out my plate and slice them up.
Oh, okay. You just like slice randomly through the cloud. Okay. So all four of you are now in the plant, inside hydroponics. Yeah, I see that look on Eric's face. He knows he needs to be careful. Okay. Well, yes, these huge insects are not dispersing, and they are beginning to land on you.
We have any bug spray?
Yeah, no kidding. I got a +5 fly swatter. So yes, it's right about this time that the professor starts screaming and jumping up and down on his left leg. And despite this swarm, you can see that there's something attached to his right leg. It's a spider.
Oh!
And it's about this big around. We're talking bigger than a tarantula, okay? And he is screaming and dancing around and looking down at this thing on his leg, but he's in a vac suit, so it's hard for him to bend down or whatever.
Alright, that's it. I'm coming down there now.
Okay, so you're headed that way.
Yeah.
And what else is anybody else doing?
I think we should shoot at the bushes.
I think we should try to get out the other end.
Out the other end. Go through all of this.
Yeah.
Okay, nobody's concerned about helping the professor out?
Well, I think we can push him out, and then once we're through, we can get rid of the spider.
Oh, okay. So push him through the other end?
Yeah.
Well, this thing's kind of long, isn't it? And it's all covered up in tangly plants and all that. There's no way you're going to be able to like run through this room.
Okay, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my helmet back on.
Oh, you brought it with you?
I was imagining I'd just have it like clipped to my belt.
Oh, okay. All right. I guess I'll let everybody have that.
I'll put it on, and then I'll take my dagger, and I will. So did the spider bite his leg, or is it just crawling on him?
Well, he's wearing a vac suit. How could it do anything? What is he screaming about?
That's
And then he
what
has
I'm
a spider on his leg.
I guess I'll ask him.
Yeah, he's too busy being hysterical and screaming. I think that's what I would do if I got an insect on me and I was wearing a suit of armor, you know.
I'll see if I can just knock it off with my hand.
Yeah, it kind of jumps off of him.
Oh.
and its back opens up and these wings come out and it's like hovering there. Its 8 legs are just hanging limply beneath it. In my notes, it says in all caps, red bold print, Ermagerd flying spiders. Okay, so would you like to investigate the place where the spider was?
Yes.
Good. I was hoping you'd say
Can we
that.
get him out of the room first and seal the door?
Slice them up.
Well, I'm gonna go and.
Can we get out of the room first and seal the door so it doesn't come in?
I already lost track. You were there in the room with them?
I was following.
You were following. So you would just try grabbing him and dragging him out of the room. What might you say to everybody?
We need to find out what's going on and if the professor is injured. We need to get out of this room and seal it off for now.
And what would you guys say in response to that?
Okay.
I don't think Vlad would say okay.
Oh.
I think we should just keep on going. Like, if we have vac suits on, I don't think any bugs are going to do anything.
Well, the professor seems to feel differently. What do
We
you...
can always come back through.
True.
We could take the oxygen out of that room. Or try to figure
know what
out
we
how
can
to
do.
take the oxygen out.
We can put a grenade in there and then close the door.
It probably won't kill everybody.
Oh, not if we get out.
Well, I mean, it makes perfect sense to me that you would be dragging DeBrannon and saying whatever to them. So fine.
Okay, you guys keep going. I'm going to check out his leg.
Well, let's just take it as far as you grabbed him and started dragging him out.
And I'll help.
Okay, good. And would someone want to have a look at the leg of his vac suit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still running.
Okay,
I'm the vac suit expert.
Yeah.
true. But I don't think it'll take an expert to see the little bitty hole in his vac suit leg. And it looks like a burn, not just a pierce. There's like a chemical burn little hole there.
Did the professor stop screaming?
Or he's like one.
Shut up.
You know what? The professor has passed out. He is unconscious.
Okay, so do we close the door?
You tell me. So far as I knew, Butterbeard was still inside.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys.
Also, I'm gonna close the door.
With Butterbeard inside?
He's not coming.
I guess I'll come if everyone else is.
All right. So fine. The door is shut. DeBrannon is there. He's having labored breathing, and he is unconscious.
I think we should take him out of the vac suit to
Okay.
get a better look at him.
Let's say that there's a seal at the waist where you would be able to remove the pants. He has clearly been bitten. It is swelled up,
Oh.
but it is pale, and it is cool to the touch. Okay? And I think that was all I had, but let me be sure. You know what? I'd better say he's in and out of consciousness. But yes, it looks as though the skin has been burned by some kind of acid.
Acid.
But
Do we have any medical supplies? I don't.
I'm running down the hallway, right?
do you have medical supplies though?
No.
No? Seems nobody has
I
medical
thought somebody
supplies.
had medical supplies.
No.
So what we're going to say about it right now is that the wound on the leg is swelling and turning pale, and it is cool to the touch. What is that? There's a word for, is it diaphoretic or whatever? Yeah, it's like
Cold and clammy.
the leg is like cold and clammy and swelling up.
I think we should do a tourniquet then. Does he have like a belt that we can take off? If it's poisonous, we don't want it to spread through his body.
Cut off his foot.
Amputate it.
Who has something that could modify a roll for coming up with a tourniquet kind of something. You know what?
I have survival.
Okay, fine. So you're here on the engineering deck, but everybody's wearing vac suits. So give me a roll. If you get a survival check, if you succeed, then we will say that you came up with something.
Can I do survival plus education?
All right, yeah.
Alright. Oops. So that is a 7.
Oh,
Oh, wait, do you have a 0 for survival?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a 7.
well, now 7 would be a failure then. So you were not able to find anything nearby.
Mm.
So we have to go with plan B.
Can I try again?
Well, not here you can't, because you've looked everywhere here. You can see that he is visibly sweating.
Cause
You could cut off his foot.
It's his leg, not his foot.
we have
Okay,
to
we can cut off his
amputate
leg.
We could use the weapon and open up the wound and get it to bleed out.
Mm.
like my dagger.
Hmm.
Like see
It's an
what's
interesting
going on.
idea. They might be onto something over there. I see them
Can
conferencing.
Ronan use his medical training?
Well, again, he has no supplies, but they were talking here about bleeding him. Taking maybe Ronan's dagger and slicing open the wound and get some of that, get some blood out.
Or
Use
if
my
there's, like,
persuade
fangs.
to ask everyone to cut off his leg.
No doubt. Well, if that's something you want to try, Ronan, I would think a medical check plus some education, I guess. So what do you have for medic?
I have a 0.
All right, and what do you have for education?
+1.
All right, so give me an education check, and we will see what slicing this dude's leg open accomplishes.
Ooh, 4.
Oh boy. Well, it worked. I mean, it's not like it was a dull blade. You cut him open, and now he is bleeding in and out of consciousness and sweating. Hey, can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs, right?
Can I go down to the living quarters and look for something to do a tourniquet?
Sure, it's going to take you some time, though. Let's see. So you're on engineering, so you would have to go down
the
to
gangway.
to workshop. You get in the elevator, and in your panic, do you remember what button to hit?
It's the
The V.
it's the V.
Okay. And that gets you out at the quarters deck. You emerge right there, and you are going to go. I mean, you did see some clothes in some rooms. Maybe you could find a belt or something. Meanwhile, what are the rest of you doing? We'll say that Ronan, well, obviously you've arrived on the scene, and you made that slice, and he's bleeding everywhere.
Alright.
We've got Butterbeard and Lucy. What are you guys doing?
Well, we could tear a piece of his vac suit to make a tourniquet.
I'm going to assume not, because it said in the book that a vac suit offers the same protection as basic armor.
Oh.
So I would assume it wouldn't be something you could just slice up with a knife.
Oh.
Which again brings up the question, how does a spider bite you through armored vac suit?
Maybe it wasn't the spider.
But
And Tash should grab a bottle of that alcohol too, so we can dump on it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, they're in the bar. Yeah, maybe find a bottle of vodka or something.
Mm-hmm.
Space vodka. Let's go ahead and add that the ship has come to a complete stop deep inside this asteroid field. It is no longer moving.
So can I do my roll now to get the tourniquet and the alcohol?
If nobody else, it seems nobody else has anything,
I'm
so
still working on them.
so
Wait,
sure.
Actually, I have something. So I have like that chameleon vislight thing that makes me like pretty much invisible to the naked eye. If I go in there just with that invisible, this like, could I still be detected?
It'd be worth a try, maybe. It might be worth a try. Let's check in with Taz. Taz? Now hang on. I didn't say roll nothing. You gotta tell me what room you are going to sprint for. No, you can't look at your list. You can look at the map if you choose, but we're saying that you are in a huge...
Number 4.
4.
I remember 4 had closed.
Okay, good. If you remember it, that's great. So 4. It's got the double bed rather than bunks. It's got the personal effects for both male and female individuals. So sure, give me... I think you wanted to do survival plus education.
Okay. So that is 10.
Okay, then yes, you found something to wrap it up with or to tie it off with, and now you're going to want to run out to the lounge, or to the bar anyway. And what would you be looking for? Or would you just grab one at random?
I would want something that looked like a high alcohol content, like a grain alcohol.
And how do you think you might deduce that?
I don't know, probably something clear.
So you would grab a bottle of clear liquid.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I won't make you roll on that. The roll will come later. So you have a belt. We'll say it's a robe belt. It's really long. You found a robe belt and you got a bottle, and now you are headed back to the elevator.
Maybe we should get some clothes for the bleeding.
Yeah, maybe, just like some extra stuff for bandages.
Or like
Okay.
just tear
All right.
off some clothing.
Yeah, tearing strips. Okay, and so you're going to then run to the elevator, and what button are you going to press?
It's the A, I believe.
Yep, you are correct. So, all right, that's going to take you, you'll have to take the gangway up. We can say that that Taz has arrived with the stuff. Dude is still laying on the floor. He's sweaty. His face is all red, even though that wound on his leg is pale.
Because he's septic.
And you, which do you want to do first? The alcohol or the tourniquet?
Probably
Probably the alcohol.
Yeah, I'll do the alcohol first.
Okay. So, as soon as you get, you know what, I'll be fair. Just give me a bear roll. No modifiers apply this time.
4.
Okay, as soon as you get the bottle off the lid, wait, you have your
Lid
helmet
off the
on,
bottle.
don't you? Huh?
Yeah.
Lid off the bottle.
Okay, so you get the lid off the bottle, you pour it on his leg, and this stuff is very viscous. It's very thick, but yes, you've covered the leg with it. Okay? And now you want to do the tourniquet, right? All right.
Yeah.
You've got a really long robe belt. How would you go about this? I won't make you roll for it. Are you going to do like multiple wraps around or just one? And
Yeah, like, I don't know, the upper thigh. Sometimes you can tie it and then stick in and spin it, tighten it.
okay, we'll go with you don't have a stick, but you want to tie him off at the high up the thigh, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, his right leg is now tied high up on the thigh. You've got his vac suit breeches off, but he's still wearing his vac suit upper part with the helmet attached, I assume. And let's see. I think we're going to call it here. We've got 8.5 minutes left, but we have got what killer insects in the hydroponics. We have got all that dust that rolled out of the bedroom with the crayon drawing on it. We have got that this ship took off by itself, plotted its own course, and it's flashing this symbol, and now it has come to rest in this asteroid field where, according to the scans on the bridge, there are multiple rocks that are highlighted by the scan and showing the little symbol. Your professor guy has gotten some sort of insect attack, and he's definitely not looking too good. Am I leaving any cliffhangers out here? I think that about covers it. Oh, and the Miranda Dorlac is long gone. You guys are still in contact by radio, but it can't get anywhere near you. And on that ship is your cryptologist computerist person and your psychic, which so far you haven't needed. And on board the ship with you, again, you got the professor and the documentarian. And really, I don't think, I think we all need some time to digest all of this information. So we're going to call it there, and I want to thank every single one of you at the table. Eric, high five. I thought of something. High five. There we go. And Vlad, there we go. And Wesley, thank you.